Politics is a very interesting game. And just like I keep on maintaining on this platform, in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. Everything in politics is normally well planned, well scripted, and executed to achieve specific political objectives. I want you guys to listen to me very closely. President Uhuru Kenyatta, over the weekend, attended the burial ceremony of Amani Mudavadi. Amani Mudavadi is the mother to Musalia Mudavadi. Musalia Mudavadi is a former vice president of the Republic of Kenya and also the party leader of the Amani National Congress, ANC party. And it's even alleged that President Uhuru Kenyatta spent the night at Musalia Mudavadi's residence in Mululu. And later on, it is also alleged that President Uhuru Kenyatta held a meeting with very close allies of Musalia Mudavadi during that visit. Although there are some people who claim President Uhuru Kenyatta spent his night in Kisumu, but the fact remains that President Uhuru Kenyatta was at Musalia Mudavadi's home with the family and with the close allies. And then, yesterday, and this is why I'm saying that in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. Yesterday, ANC party of Musalia Mudavadi came out openly and issued a strong message to the Deputy President William Ruto. ANC party warned Ruto against abusing the president. And they even went further and promised to take a lead in impeaching the Deputy President William Ruto. I want us to look at this William Ruto's impeachment and whether it can actually succeed and the political objectives which Musalia Mudavadi is trying to achieve. Because remember, within the deep state, now they are narrowing it down to two people, either Musalia Mudavadi or Raila Odinga. I want you to listen to Ayub Savola closely what he's saying before we proceed.
We have called this press conference to tell the outgoing Deputy President William Ruto that you can lie to some people sometime, but you do not lie to all Kenyans at all time. We regret the attack on the president on his remark that he made at Honorable Musalia Mudavadi's burial of his mother. It's very regrettable for a deputy president to issue such a statement when the president was mourning the mother of his friend, the mother to Musalia Mudavadi. We want to tell Kenyans some truth about Ruto, but we are also calling on Ruto to do the right thing. Resign, short of which he should be fired. Towards this end, we have taken the lead in preparing a motion of impeachment to protect Kenyans against violence implosion being clandestinely fomented by Ruto, a rich and powerful man in the government pretending to be poor. In the impeachment motion, we will make case that because his ambition is in competition with priorities set by the government he serves in, he is a danger to the stability of the nation by covertly descending and sabotaging the president's government agenda. He does through that incitement over the vulnerable poor, the so-called the hustlers. The president didn't say anything new. The president only said that other tribes exist. He simply echoed discreet conversations among Kenyans. Deputy President cannot escape blame from the institutionalization of the Kenyan ethnic state.
But before we go into all those details, if you're watching this video for the first time, please, I want to just take a second and click the subscribe button, because what we do on this channel is simple. We analyze politics. And to the subscribers, I just want to ask you again, the way I did in those two videos, which did well, I want to ask you again to just give this video thumbs up. I know I have a crew who will be doing that. Now let us go back to the issues. President Uhuru Kenyatta was in Vihiga County. And then later on, ANC party is coming out to send a strong message to the Deputy President. The Deputy President had reacted to the statement which the President made in Vihiga. And according to ANC party, they want to impeach William Samoei Ruto. In real sense, ANC as a political party cannot impeach William Samoei Ruto. They don't have the numbers to impeach William Ruto. But again, if you look at politics deeply, then the chance of William Ruto being impeached is also there. President Uhuru Kenyatta effectively took control of parliament by kicking out Eden Duale, kicking out the rest. We witnessed the two problematic governors were also impeached, and nothing happened. So I don't want to rule out the possibility of impeaching William Samoei Ruto from office. It can be done. Because one thing we also know is that Tanga guys always brag how they have the numbers. But when they are put to task, then those numbers are never there. That's why they could not save even the speaker, Kithure Kindiki, who needed their numbers. So impeaching Ruto is there. But why is it being led by Musalia Mudavadi? And just like I told you, deep state, all those around President Uhuru Kenyatta, there are those who want Musalia Mudavadi and there are those who want Raila Odinga. So what was the objective of this statement coming immediately after the president visited Musalia Mudavadi? Now, before we get into that, let me tell you why personally I think the idea of impeaching William Samoei Ruto is not good for President Uhuru Kenyatta, it's not good for Musalia Mudavadi, and it's also not good for even Raila Odinga. 3 reasons. Number 1, sympathy. Any attempt to impeach William Ruto will attract sympathy. That this guy delivered for President Uhuru Kenyatta is now being impeached. And of course, if there's no proper ground, you can't impeach William Samoei Ruto because he challenged the statement by President Uhuru Kenyatta. Number 2, it might also not succeed in parliament. So ANC can go ahead, initiate the impeachment, then it won't succeed. It won't garner the enough numbers, which is 2/3. It's also possible. Because William Ruto is not Sonko. William Ruto is not Waitito. William Ruto can manipulate the entire parliament. He can give all those MPs money, retirement money, and nothing will happen. The third thing why it's a bad idea is that, for example, number 2, if it fails, how will it impact? So William Ruto's graph will go up, Uhuru, Raila, Mudavadi down. So it's not a good idea. Number 3, it can lead to a mass walkout. So William Ruto can decide, because you want to impeach him, he's looking at the numbers, there's a chance he can be impeached, and he has been looking for an excuse to leave Jubilee. So he'll say, me, I don't want to fight the president. Wacha tu nitoke kiupole. So atatoka tu with his troop and mass walkout. So if he will do that, then these guys will be in trouble. Again, that impeachment, number 4, can rally his supporters. Like the Rift Valley, where Gideon Moi is trying, they can be rallied that, okay, these guys are on our guy, so let us stop him. But what were the main political objectives of Musalia Mudavadi's move? Why do you think Musalia Mudavadi's party is talking about impeaching William Ruto? Number 1, and I'm almost certain about this, is that probably President Uhuru Kenyatta and Musalia Mudavadi discussed impeachment of William Samoei Ruto. That's a possibility. Because it can't be coincidence that this talk is coming just days after Mudavadi met with Ruto. Mudavadi is known to be a safe pair of hands. Mudavadi is known to be non-controversial. Mudavadi, I know, cannot ask his troops to even impeach the Vihiga governor. He can't. Unless they discussed with the President Uhuru Kenyatta to ask his team to talk about impeachment of Ruto. so that they can send a message to Ruto. Because assuming this message came from ODM, how do you think Tanga would be behaving today? They'll be attacking and responding to everybody. Raila Odinga would be today be laid out there, receiving all kinds of attacks. So I'm a bit convinced that probably during the Mululu visit, Uhuru and Mudavadi probably they discussed about possibility of impeaching William Samoei Ruto. The second thing I'm trying to imagine, at some point, Musalia Mudavadi party, ANC party, and Ford Kenya party held a meeting with Tanga. And from there, they said they were going to start working with William Samoei Ruto. I don't know how that journey ended. But what I know is that Musalia Mudavadi is not trying to chart his own political path. The BBI, which they wanted to oppose, Musalia Mudavadi is now firmly in BBI. So probably Musalia Mudavadi is doing just one thing. He's trying to delink his party, ANC party, from William Samoei Ruto. So they came up with a strategy that let us talk of impeaching William Samoei Ruto, knowing so well they can't get the numbers. So after talking about impeaching Ruto, the next thing is that allies of the Deputy President are going to come out and start hitting Musalia Mudavadi. And just by that action alone, the relationship between the two is going to collapse. So ANC party can now operate without being accused of being part of Tanga. In fact, the main reason why Musalia Mudavadi at some point the system were not very keen on him was because of the fact that he was not very clear on his stand. He wanted to use Ruto to help him fight Raila Odinga, but Raila Odinga is a partner to President Uhuru Kenyatta. So that's number two. Number three, which is another strategy, I don't know whether it's going to work for them, is that probably this is a strategy which they want to use for the Matungu by-election. William Ruto and his team were portraying a message in Matungu that the only problem is Raila Odinga. That for them, they don't have a problem with Musalia Mudavadi. That's the message their team has been relaying there. So Musalia Mudavadi now coming out to talk about impeaching William Ruto only means one thing, that these guys are going to start attacking Musalia Mudavadi. And you know the way Tanga can attack people. So the moment they start attacking Musalia Mudavadi, the message is going to go down there that Ruto anapiga Mudavadi. So that alone is enough to shift. If Ruto and his team were freely moving there because of Musalia Mudavadi, because remember the former member of parliament belonged to ANC party. But after election, he went and slept with William Samoei Ruto. So the fact is probably this is a strategy they are using in Matungu to create a rift between William Ruto and Musalia Mudavadi, between Tanga and ANC party, so that the supporters of ANC party who voted for a member of parliament in Matungu are going to say, in this we voted for Muronga. Again, we are going to vote for ANC. Tanga wajipange huko. Number 4, I think there's a possibility of a super alliance. And it was reported that President Uhuru Kenyatta is actually working hard to ensure that there's no fallout between Kalonzo Musyoka, Raila Odinga, and Musalia Mudavadi. So how do you cement that fallout? You identify an enemy, make it William Samoei Ruto, or make him William Samoei Ruto. Once you identify a common enemy, you attack. Then they start attacking you. The next thing we'll hear is Kalonzo Musyoka also attacking Ruto. And remember, it's not just a dream. Mutula Kilonzo Jr. really attacked William Ruto in his presence in Makwiny and in the presence of his supporters, Kivuva Kebwana and Mike Mbuvi Sonko. So those are some of the realities. So probably there's a super alliance which is coming. And lastly, I think these guys may be trying to create anti-William Samoei Ruto wave in Western Kenya. Because William Ruto has been projecting himself as pro Mudavadi, pro Kalonzo, pro Mudavadi, pro Musalia, pro Mudavadi, pro Wetangula. And that's why during the BBI campaigns in Western Kenya, there was that kind of resistance. Tanga guys teaming up with the supporters of the two to try and cause some chaos. President Uhuru Kenyatta had to call Musalia Mudavadi last minute for him to attend the BBI meeting in Kakamega. I don't know what you think. I don't know what you think. Let me know your thoughts on this impeachment motion against William Samoei Arap Ruto. Do you think it can work? Let me hear your thoughts. Just drop a comment. And again, there are those who are claiming that I put so many ads. No. My ads comes like every 3 minutes. I take a lot of time to do research. So if I put ad after 3 minutes, then you complain. I don't know where the problem is. But always the good thing is that you can always skip. But the best way you can support this channel is by not skipping some of those ads. You can choose to watch 1 or 2, then skip the rest. Thank you guys, and please, may you have a good day.